don't think you wanna get rich. You don't really want it. You ain't really trying to get rich. Nah, you don't really want it. Now you don't want that late night gas with no break, like crash in the daylight. I see it in your face. You don't want that blood, sweat, tears in a bunk bed. Peers know they upset. That Lambo in your gate. Nah, you can't take a loss like that. Off that. Wasn't really forced to shop at Ross like that. Don't know how it feel to can't afford like that. Off deck. Right back, had to get it out the mud. We took. Now they tell me do it for the love. Gotta do it just because. Got this ballin' in my blood. Think I came this far to shoot dubs. I don't think you trying to get rich. You don't want it. You ain't really trying to get rich. You don't want it. I don't think you want. Now you ain't got what it takes to do it like me. Get your head up in the game or you can sightsee. Waiting for a handout, this ain't that right league. Spend so much time out here ballin', it's my wifey. These are what I live, I breathe, I sleep, my dreams and lavish. Went from check to check to check the balance. I don't think you wanna get rich.
Big homestand coming up. There's nothing better than playing in front of your home crowd, but there's also a certain level of pressure that comes with it. I don't get it done tonight, and that raises the sense of urgency even higher next time. So I'm just focused on this game and getting a W for the best fans in the world.
We'll be bringing you an interconference matchup in this one as the Warriors take to the road. Well, before you look ahead to your busy week, sit down, relax, pull up a chair as we bring you another NBA broadcast. And thanks for sharing part of your weekend with us. I'm Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony and Doris Burke reporting from the... Warriors leading by 4. For so long, there has been this mindset that Golden State wins through offense, but their defense, Gia, you were talking about this, is where the true strength of this team lies.
Yeah, I think that's what's really allowed them to separate when you look at the rest of the league. I mean, they led the league in opponents' field goal percentage last season, and some nights the shots weren't falling, but the defense always showed up.
Here's Larkin. 11 points for him in that last game against New York. 6 to shoot. The 11-footer. And that one comes up a bit short. Warriors have gone 8 of 14 from the field in the first quarter. Stolen. In transition, here come the Nets. Freak with the ball. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Golden State's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
Well, last season Steve Kerr came into a good situation, but a touch awkward. The team wasn't 100% on board with the firing of the previous coach, but he won them over in a hurry.
And Barbosa drops them both. Greg, Steve Kerr did win over the locker room in a hurry last season. They had finished a successful run under Mark Jackson. Winning accelerates everything. They certainly bought into it.
They really did. And people don't often appreciate how difficult it is to come into a situation where expectations are that high. But he also went out of his way to empower his players and really give them some accountability. Didn't try to hide anyone on defense and played to the strengths of his team on the offensive end.
Brooklyn Nets come into this one following a loss to New York.
Throughout the first half, even into the third quarter, they had the game totally under control. But man, they just fell apart, collapsed in the fourth quarter. They should not have lost this game.
You know, I really think that they thought the game was over. And oftentimes, as soon as you start to look ahead, you lose that momentum. And then you can't recover. And that seemed to be the case in that one.
And here's Freak on his experience as a one-and-done college player.
It was definitely a hard decision. I had to sit down with my family and weigh the options and really take the time to figure out what's best for me. It was tough. I mean, I loved my team, my coaches, and just the whole college experience, you know. But on the other hand, there's always a risk of injury, you know. I just felt like I was ready to take.
Well, with more and more freshmen, Clark, making the jump to the pros, we can expect to hear more stories like this, I'm sure.
Well, without question, Kevin, that's the case in the landscape that we find.
And so a pretty lopsided game.
Thank you, Kevin.
And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, and a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. And then for Golden State, Brandon Rush. He's checked in for Draymond Green. And it's Barbosa in for Curry. Freak in at shooting guard. Bargnani is out there with Robinson. Then there's Shane Larkin. And it's Hollis Jefferson in at the free spot. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was.
Shaun Livingston, he's checked in for the Warriors.
And that's exactly how you close a game out. Those free throws will bury them for sure.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Here's Robinson. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot two.
Penalty situation. At the line for your Nets, Thomas Robinson. Taking 2 shots.
He misses the free throw. And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time. Clark, and they can just let the clock run out here.
No argument with that W.
And the foul called on Freak. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot two.
Shooting for Brooklyn, Shaun Livingston.
And the first one at the line is good. Livingston